All right, boys and girls, today we're going to have our first data meeting. We're going to talk about our performance series scores, our annual target goals, our gains that we need to make to meet our annual target goal for the year. So if you look on the board here, we're going to go to our math scores first. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to look at our scale score and we're going to see what area that we're in. If you're in dark green, that means you're above average. You're in green, you mean you're average high. Pink, average low, and red means you're below grade level. So what color would you most likely want to be in?
Dark green.
Dark green. So although everyone is not in dark green, it's a possibility that all of us can be in dark green if we focus and pay attention and try our best throughout the year. So our focus this year is growth. So even though you're in red, it's a possibility that you can grow to be in green or dark green. But you have to put forth effort. So what I want you to do now, I want you to find your name on the board. Everyone's name is listed here. Your scale score is listed here. This is your composite score that the computer gave you. Remember I said your scores can go up to 6th, 7th, 8th grade level. It can go down to kindergarten, 1st grade level. You guys were saying that some of the questions were hard, meaning that your grade level probably went up past 3rd grade. So go ahead and find your name and find your scale score. We're going to write it on our paper. Go ahead and do so now. So Rosalia, what is your scale score?
My scale score is 2452.
2452. How about you, Mark?
It's 2234.
You have a 2234. Kathy?
2353.
All right, so now that everyone see where they are, see that scale score, you also see your rating, we're gonna go and we're gonna look at our annual target goal, how much we should grow throughout this school year. So we're gonna go to reports, and we're gonna generate information on all you guys from the answers and the things that you did on your test. All right, here we go. So, if you look up at the top, you have all these domains. You have numbers and operations, you have algebra, you have geometry, you have measurement, data analysis, and probability. What the computer did was they gave you a score in all those different categories. So some of you guys saw problems where you had to add or subtract or to round. That would go up on numbers and operation. I remember, Courtney, you had said something later about you saw some alphabets and things like that they would ask you to solve. That goes up on the algebra, geometry. How many of you guys seen lines and angles and triangles and things like that on your test? All right, that goes up on the geometry. Think about measurement. You probably see a clock or what might you see?
A ruler.
A ruler. You may see a scale. What else you may see?
You may see a number line. Yeah,
A number line. All right. So, and lastly, we're talking about data analysis and probability. When you saw maybe some bags on there and they asked you what's the probability of the red Skittle being pulled out the bag, or you saw some marbles or something of that sort. So right here, first person up, I see Mark. Mark, your scale score is 2,234. What they did was they added all your scores up and divided amongst the total amount of categories, which gave you a composite score of a 2234. So once they did that, they went along and they gave you a annual target goal. And as you can see over here, your GLE, what do you think GLE stand for, or GE stand for? Grade level equivalent, right? So that's basically saying that if I look at Mark's, it's saying he's at what grade level?
3.0.
3.0. What grade are we in?
3rd.
3rd grade. So it's saying he's right on point, where he's right where he needs to be. So if we continue to move down, everyone else can see their GLE, in which you have already written on your paper. So we're going to go back and we're going to find our annual target goals. Our annual target goals for math. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to click on Keyshawn's name so we can generate all his information. Right here, it comes up with a graph of Keyshawn's previous scores. So as you can see, you see this green line right here, this is where Keyshawn lies. And if you see these dotted lines, it's where the national ranking is and also the people from the district. So our job is, as you can see, Keyshawn is right there on that line, but we're trying to get Keyshawn to go above what?
That line.
Above that line. So at the end, when we take it again in spring, we want to see Keyshawn's line plot go
Up.
up. If it goes down, that means he what?
No. He decreased.
He decreased. Are we trying to decrease?
No.
No, we're trying to increase. Good job. So let's keep going. As you can see over here, it also gives you the grade level and it also gives you the score that he made in each category. So let's look at his scores. If you see the bowl score, that's the score that he made. So we want to find the area in which Keyshawn did not score the highest in, and the area that he may need to grow in or he need to work in. What is his lowest area? Let's look at our numbers.
What is algebra? No. Measurement and
So which one has his lowest score? Measurement or number in operation? Look right here. I see 2,136.
Measurement.
So what area do we need to work with Keyshawn in this year?
measurement.
Measurement, because he needs to grow in that area. So that's going to be his focus for the year. We're going to focus on measurement depending on your scale score. The higher your scale score, the lower your annual target goal. The lower your scale score, the more your target goal is going to be. Because the lower your score is basically saying that, hey, you're not where you need to be, so I need to give you some extra points to get to where you, what?
Need to be.
Get where you need to be. So over here, first thing first, we're going to go back to Mark first. All right, Mark, you have a scale score of what?
22, 34.
A 2234. You have a scale score of 2234. Then we're going to go over to our annual target goal. Your annual target goal is what?
165.
165. So what that's basically saying is that you need 165 points to meet your goal for the entire year. The computer has already generated you a goal. So if you have a 2234 and you need 165 points, what we can do is we can add both of those up to see what our scale score needs to be to meet our annual target goal. So once you finish your test in the spring, you already know if you met your goal or not. So I need you to add that for me. So what score do you need to meet your annual target goal for the spring semester?
230. 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
399.
So you need, your scale score need to be at 2,399 in math to meet your annual target goal for the year. So I'm giving everyone else their target goal very quickly, so you can go ahead and add yours up to see what your scale score needs to be in order for you to meet your goal for the year. We have Jabari. Jabari, you need 147 points. Keyshawn, you need 165 points. Kinsley, let's see your name. Kinsley Thomas.
172.
172, good job. How many do you need, Kathy? You see your name?
Yes, I'm good.
How many do you need?
130.
130. So I want you to add your score up to see what your scale score needs to be at the end of the year to meet your annual target goal. Make sure you use your pencil. All right, Kenzie, so your scale score is 2193. You need an annual target gain of 172. So what would be your scale score at the end of the year if you get your 172 points?
2,365.
All right, so everyone have already added theirs, right?
Yes.
The thing is, can you get more than your annual target goal?
Yes.
Yes, you can definitely get more than your target goal, but we don't want to get less. Because if we get less, that means that we're not meeting our goal for the year. So our job is to get that or what?
More.
Increase.
Get that or more. We're trying to gain as many points as we possibly can. So some of you guys on third grade level, some of you guys on second grade level, some of you guys on fourth grade level. But by the end of the year, you can be on whatever level you want to be on. You can get all the way up to the 9th grade level or 10th grade level. It's just all about you following direction and putting forth effort in order to grow and reach your maximum potential.
Okay.